What's happening, beautiful people? Welcome back to week 4 of 5A May, presented by the YoYo Boomers Club. Aerosmith once told us that they didn't want to miss a thing, but I'm pretty sure that all the Boomer Club members are going to take a quick hibernation, concluding this total non-stop action, which will be the last week of 5A May. Once again, my name is Matt Mullins, and on behalf of all the other Boomer Club members, we just want to say thank you to everyone who took the time to participate in any of our events within the last 5 months. I know personally it has been a massive honor to get to be the host of all of the events that we've done. I will forever be grateful for the friendships that I've built, and I look forward to participating in future events down the road. Without wasting any more of your time, videos for this last week will be due on March 31st at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Everything that you need to know will be in the YoYo Expert thread, which will be in the description of this video below. As always, if you get lost, be sure to go check out that thread. Tons of people there ready to help. Please keep in mind that we do have the freeform round still going on. 2 minutes. The only requirement is that you have to do 5A. So get creative, shoot a trick, shoot a long combo. Let's get after it. This week's trick ladder division will have 4 different tricks. The first trick is shoulder pop by Miguel Correa.
It's called the shoulder pop. Now there's a lot of different ways to get into a shoulder pop. One of the more common ways is called the one-handed undermount. Here's how you do that. So you go forward, swing it out, bring your hand back, let the counterweight come back all the way around, back to the same hand. And that's one-handed undermount. Now here's a shoulder pop. Mount it, take the whole formation, hit the back of your shoulder, let the counterweight come back around. Alright, now let's break it down. We're going to start off with the one-hand undermount that I just showed you. If you're having troubles with this mount, go back, check out my description, and also this slow motion. But the main focus here is the shoulder pop. We're going to throw the whole formation over, land the counterweight on the shoulder, use it to hit it back. And what you're going to do is you're pinching the string once the counterweight comes off. You can see my throw hand, I'm actually pinching the string and just kind of waiting for the counterweight to come back all the way around. The key here is that you're using your shoulder to kill the momentum of the counterweight and redirect it. Once the counterweight hits the back of your shoulder, it should lazily come back. It doesn't require a lot of force to get the counterweight to come back to your hand. It actually does it rather slowly. Also notice that I'm using my middle finger to help pinch the string as I wait for the counterweight to come back. With a little bit of practice, you'll have your shoulder pop in no time.
The next trick is the 360 GT by English T.
Alright dudes, this is a 360 green triangle that I like to do a lot with my 5A play. It looks like this. So the way you start this, or the way that I start it, is I trapeze, pop it off the front, give my counterweight a little spin, throw it around the front, and grab it with my throw hand with these 3 fingers. Or I mean, you can grab it with 1 finger, but I like to use 3 just because it's a whole handful. And then you have this handlebar looking thing. And then you're going to take your yo-yo, you're going to pop it onto this string right here, just up in the front, and then you release your throw hand, you have a green triangle, and then you'll just do a 360, like that, and catch your counterweight, you're back in the same position, pop out the front. I like to land back and do a trapeze, and just throw it off like that, and then you can bind, and you're good.
The third trick is the Tangler by English T.
Alright dudes, I want to show you Tanglers. Tanglers is sort of tricky. There's many variations to Tanglers. I just like to do it one-handed. And the way I do that is I'll throw, okay? And I won't do a trapeze or anything, but I'll catch it here, So it'll look like this. Catch it with my hand upwards in my pointer finger on my non-throw hand. Kind of pinch it with my thumb so it's all loosey-goosey over here. And then from my counterweight side, I do the same thing, but I drop it down and get them about equal, like that. And I'll pinch here too. And then you can swing this whole formation back and forth like a pendulum. And then you're gonna swing it, and then you'll bring it together in your non-throw hand pinch. And you wanna take the counterweight string, put it in this pinch as you're going. So you can kind of grab it and it'll be together. So let me see if I can show you that really quick here. So it'll look like this. I just have some extra slack back here, but both strings are pinched in my non-throw hand. And the key to tanglers is to keep the counterweight and the yo-yo separated. So the counterweight is going to lead the yo-yo, or it'll just look like that, but man, there we go. So that's the whole thing, is to keep it separated. Sometimes that counterweight will go off plane, and that's okay. When you're done with it, you're just gonna grab your counterweight and pull it out. So when you're done with your tangler, you just grab your counterweight. This is all just a tangler, right? It's just a tension, a bunch of mixed up goop, and you just drop it and it just pulls out. So that's a tangler.
And the fourth trick is nunchucks by yo-yo legend Dylan Kowalski.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to teach you the 5A yo-yo trick, nunchucks. So this is pretty easy. Here's what the trick looks like. And there's not really too much to this trick. You're gonna have to know the basics of 5A. So if you don't know the basics of 5A, like how to set up your yo-yo, how to throw it with the dice on it and everything, I recommend go watch this video. I made this, it's just all the basics of 5A. And you're also gonna wanna know how to do a split bottom mount. So going into this, those are the two things you're gonna wanna know. Just the basics of 5A and how to do a split bottom mount. If you can do both those, this trick is actually gonna be quite easy for you. Let me throw my Frisbee for my dog real quick. Okay, and we're back. So this trick, like I was saying before, you need to know how to do a split bottom mount. So just like you would for like boingy boings, split the atom, anything like that, that's what you're gonna start with. You're gonna start with a split bottom mount, okay? So you're gonna need to know how to do that going into this. Don't even attempt this trick until you learn a split bottom mount in 1A and then bring it into 5A. So all you're doing for this is actually really, really, really simple. We're gonna do a split bottom mount, but then we're just gonna drop our left hand. So now everything is in my throw hand, and I just have the string resting on the top of my finger. I don't know if you guys can see it. I just have it just like that. I'm not grabbing it because I'm gonna let go of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a gunslinger. So a gunslinger is where you flip it over with one hand, like this is like when you go like that. But we're only gonna do one gunslinger, and we're gonna let go of the counterweight. Okay, so we are in our split bottom mount. We are gonna do one gunslinger and let go, and we're gonna catch it like this. Now, I switched from having my finger just draping the string to pinching it. Once it unwrapped, then pinch it. I'm gonna grab this one, and then I'm basically just pulling it over, and that's the whole trick. I like to end it in an undermount. You don't have to do that, but it will look a little better if you do that. Okay, so here we got a split bottom mount. We let go. We do one gunslinger, and I just have my finger straight, and then right here I pinch it. So right when you're here, so it doesn't just fall out, then you're just pulling everything over with your non-throw hand. And that's really it. The only kind of tricky thing is when you pull it over your non-throw hand, you switch back to your throw hand. So here, watch. I'm gonna split bottom, I let go. I do a gunslinger. I'm not pinching, I'm not pinching, I'm pinching. Okay, see now I got it like this. I'm gonna let go with my right hand, pull it over with my left hand, and then re-grab it with my right hand. Okay, and once again, you don't have to end it in this bottom mount. I just think it looks more professional if you do. Split bottom, let go. Not pinching, just letting the string, everything's just flowing nice. And I pinch it right there. Okay, then when I pull this, right when the yo-yo goes over my shoulder, I switch hands. And that's all there is to this trick. There's not really too many steps here. So there is a more advanced version I'll teach tomorrow. So if you get the hang of this, come back tomorrow, you're gonna learn a more advanced version. So we're here, we drop it. We do one gunslinger, we're not pinching. Now we pinch. I catch it like this. I just pull it over, and then boom. I like to end this way. Once again, you don't have to. When you're first learning, practice. First, just whoops, see if you mess up, that's okay. Sometimes even professionals mess up. Boom, boom. Once again, you don't have to do that end part. You could just end it here and then just pull it over. Just practice that at first, then add in the undermount or whatever you want. Combo it into tricks, whatever. Here, let me show you this angle. I don't know if this angle is really going to demonstrate it because it's on my opposite shoulder. Oh, I accidentally started doing the more advanced version. And if you want to do it like a repeater, from here you can do a pinwheel. Oops, let me try that again. From here, you could do a pinwheel and then right back into it. So you could do it like a repeater, like that as well. Once again, just learn it one at a time, and then you can start to pinwheel it, add it into undermounts, this, that, and the other thing. Okay, so this one I'm going to show you the 3 angles, front and each side. This one I'm not going to show you a first person because I'm doing half the trick behind me, and I can't even see what I'm doing. You know, for the most part, this is one of the tricks you kind of just got to go with it. Like you don't really watch it with your eyes too much, because once I get past like this part, I can't even see what I'm doing. Like I'm like looking over my shoulder. You know, I can't see from here down because I'm not the skinniest I used to be. But yeah, you don't even need to. You just gotta kind of feel it. The one tip for this, I would say, was try to keep everything straight. Try to keep your line, your string, everything in a perfect line. Don't try to like throw it like off to the side, you know? It just be like just from throwing the counterweight to the side, it made my yo-yo go all crazy. So yeah, try to throw it all nice and lined up, especially if you're putting it in combos. But that's kind of with all yo-yo tricks. All right, so let me show you all the slow-mos, and we'll be right back. And yeah, I'll give you a little teaser on what you're gonna learn tomorrow.
The trick a week this week is Then Meltdown by Miguel Correa.
Here's an older one called Meltdown. Start with a 1.5 mount. Now take the whole formation, letting the counterweight go, swing it around for a somersault. Now your index finger's on the inside of the string. I want you to put it on the outside of the string while in midair. Now wait for the counterweight to come around and you'll be in a reverse trapeze. Switch that to a normal trapeze. Now go into a trapeze and its brother and do a reverse somersault, just like what we just did, except now opposite. Your finger's on the outside of the string, in midair, bring it back to the inside. Now wait for the counterweight to come around, catch it, and bind. Now this is an older 5/8 trick, but it teaches midair transitions really well for a forward somersault and a backward somersault, and how to anticipate the counterweight catches for each of those. But we already know more modern 5A mounts that can make this trick a lot better. And if you stick around for the next section, I want to show you an optional, advanced, modernized version of Meltdown that I came up with. Or you can stick with this one and move on to the next trick. It's up to you. So Meltdown's an older trick. To modernize this thing, what we're going to do is going to add a little bit extra to it. The way that you just learned is completely fine. That's actually the correct way how to do the traditional Meltdown. But to make it look a little bit more advanced, what I want to do is add in the 5A 1.5 mount, the 5A trapeze and his brother, and then this additional little flare in the middle that I'm going to teach you right now. So after the first transfer, here you end up in a backwards trapeze and his brother. So if you learned angel wings, this probably is going to be pretty easy for you, because what we're going to do is let go of the counterweight, and then we're going to dismount the yo-yo, intersect them, and that's going to land right back into our normal trapeze. I'll show you again. So you're in the reverse trapeze, let everything go, everything intersects, you curl your hand in, and then everything's going to land into a normal trapeze. That's going to go in the middle of the trick. So once you put all three of these new elements together, the flare that I just taught you, in addition with the 5A 1.5 mount and the 5A trapeze and his brother, this is what Meltdown could look like. Looks a lot nicer.
Details on how to earn entries into the giveaways will be in the Yo-Yo Expert thread. Please use our splash page in your video so you can win all those prizes, dog. Also, keep in mind the drawing will be held at the end of the month, which is soon. If you want to show your 5A pride off by wearing sweet shirts like this that were designed by fellow Yo-Yo Boomer Club members, please be sure to check out the Throw-Yo store. We also just want to say thank you again to the sponsors. You guys make our lives so much easier. Your support, we're able to give product out to people. It gets people a lot more excited. We're super thankful that you supported our event. We're super thankful for y'all. Thank you so much. And we look forward to working with you guys in the future. I also just want to take a second to thank everyone who has volunteered at any capacity within the last almost 6 months of the events that we've been doing. Mucho love to all of you guys. We're super appreciative. Hey, once again, it's time to go out there and yo-yo, guys. Y'all know what to do. Mucho love to you and yours, my friends. I cannot wait to see y'all again, because you know we at the Boomers Club, we're not going away forever. We're just taking a quick hibernation. We'll be back to entertain you guys and enter your hearts as soon as possible. Peace, love, and chicken grease, my friends. Let's ride.